Hey, how's everybody doing today? It is Wednesday, March 30th. I don't know about you, but I'm a little tired today. I'm a little tired. Um, just a lot going on. This is going to be a heavy focus day. Focus, and more focus. I want us to be very clear about the direction that we're going in as we are fast approaching the new moon on Friday. Yeah, April Fool's on us, right? So let me play the intro and then we're going to get started so that you guys can get to focusing for the rest of your day. Hang on. Hello, guys. How are you doing? How are you? How are you? How are you? I need to change the time zone. I need to tell y'all exactly what time the new moon is on Friday. My name is Lisa. This is Art of Inspiration. Here at this channel, we help you lead a whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. And it is time for the lunchtime energy report. Okay? It's time. Hey Melissa, how you doing? Hey Angelia. Hey Rosie. Hello. It's time. I feel like I've already put in a full day's worth of work in the few hours I've been working. You're allergic to people? Do you take Allegra, Zyrtec, or Claritin for that allergy? I'm not sure which one you take. Hey, Illuminating Mystic, how are you? We're gonna let some more people come on in the room, and then we're gonna go on and talk about the chart here in a second. All right, pulled up. Yeah, Melissa, let me know if an allergy or anybody else here. Is it Allegra? Is it Claritin? Is it Zyrtec that you take for an allergy to people? Do you just wear garlic around your neck? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hey, Miss Monica, welcome, new subby. Welcome. You need space. That's what you need. I don't know. Maybe the garlic will work. Monica, we're talking about the fact that Melissa has an allergy to people. I think a lot of us feel that same way sometimes, don't we? Hmm. Keep your sage stick and your Palo Santo handy. For me, it's all about boundaries that have been established. Listen, I'm with you on that. So, today's theme. So, for those of you that haven't been here, hey, Cericia, we're just gonna let people keep on filing in, huh? Hey, Cericia. Hey, yeah, Monica, you can relate, child. Let me tell you something I can relate to. Unpasteurized natural honey and rose petal tea. What does that do? Wait a minute. Does that does that ward off people? Miss Rosie, I gotta understand. Is that warding off people? Oh my God, today, y'all, this is a mess. Um, I want to welcome everybody again. Please, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome to the replay gang as you're watching this. You guys, if you like the content on this channel, I got a hair. If you like the content on the channel, please consider sharing it with folks. Let them know we're here. We talk about a whole bunch of different topics that we are still growing in that arena. I'm trying to understand, is this going to ward people off? mold, dust, I don't know, a TC, which is a bacteria made by, stop playing. So literally your doctor said mold, dust, and TC, which is a bacteria made by humans. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to have to investigate this TC bacteria and see what this bacteria is that we are emitting from our very being. All right, guys, you ready to get into the astrology? I was up late last night. Those of you that were with me last night know if you guys get a chance, if you guys get a chance, when you're done here, or when we're done here, I'm going to go put the times. So we did that last night. It was a humdinger. It was, don't get put off by the 2.5 hour length of it. I'll put the timestamps in, but I'm also going to put timestamps in. I was going to call them something that probably wouldn't be that. We had some guests. We had some Christian trolls last night. And so I'm going to timestamp that because that literally, that was interesting. Hey, Shiny, good afternoon. All right. We can go on and get started. Rose petals, hibiscus. What is this for? Marigold. What is that for? Okay, you guys tell me what that, tell me. Okay, here we go. They're not good. No, they're not today. Not today. They don't hit me up this early. They hit me up at night. Here we go, guys. Here is the chart of the day. Again, another very simplistic chart, which I like. As we get into the new moon time, usually the chart gets a little easier. It gets a little more simplified. It's then when everyone separates after coming together. Then we have a number of different, aspects. So I'm going to talk about some of these aspects, but I'm really, let me start here. This conjunction here of Mercury, the little green guy here is Mercury. This is the sun, the dot with the circle with the dot in it, and this is Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is right now in Aries. All three of these planets are in Aries. I have Chiron in Aries, and it's interesting because I think Mercury is transiting my Chiron today. Chiron in Aries, the wound is that sometimes we can feel like no matter what we do, we will not be successful or we're not successful. Chiron and Aries people tend to not be extremely proactive, which is interesting because I tend to be very proactive. They tend to not be very assertive. And they sometimes can lack kind of the level of aggression or ambition or, dare I say, narcissism that it takes, to sometimes break through, and win, whatever that looks like, in a competitive. Sorry, been talking too much. Society. And it's, for me, that is offset by a bunch of other placements. But that I feel, because Chiron's been in Aries for a while, guys. Chiron's been hanging out in Aries for a long time. It was literally tap dancing all over my moon, my Chiron, my natal moon, my natal Chiron, and it hasn't even reached my Saturn yet, but and so you can kind of over exaggerate, like you try to compensate, overcompensate for that. In some cases, it can turn out to be kind of passive aggressive, I think. There's this desire to succeed greatly, but it feels like the other shoe drops. That's the reason why I wanted to talk about focus, focus, focus today. That's going to be, I want you to remember to be very mindful over the next few days, really, and focus. Focus in on the wonderful aspects of yourself. Focus in on the areas you have been successful in. Focus in on your future and not on your present or your past. And that might smack and fly in the face of mindfulness training. But I want us to even start to expand that mindfulness concept to the quantum realm. What do I mean by that? If you look at all things mindfulness from a quantum perspective, you will find that the future, the present, and the past all coexist in one moment in time, because there is no time. Sometimes what can happen when we're so focused on mindfulness, that we're so focused on being present in the moment and whatnot, and not looking to the future and yada, 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 skippy. We lose sight, I think, of true reality. Meaning, true reality is my future is actually my present. But by the time I become aware of my present, it's already my past. And yet, how I perceive my past has a great effect on how I create my future. This is a little deeper than I usually go on lunchtime, so stay with me. Again, my future is my present, because by the time I come aware of it, the future, it's already the present. By the time I become really aware of the present, it's already past. So by the time you hear the sound of my voice, by the time the frequency, the waves reach your ear, the moment has already passed that I have said it. Okay? However, how you perceive and how you assimilate and how you intellectualize, think about what I have said or what has happened in your past, however you analyze it, whatever that outcome is, that then will in fact dictate how and what you create for your future. So it's very important that we have a good relationship a healthy relationship with the past, releasing that which we no longer need to protect us for the future so we don't get hurt. Okay? All right. Now, that being said, how does that all relate to Chiron and the Sun and Mercury? We're given a moment now with this conjunction, because in 1-2 days, like by Friday, yeah, by the time of the new moon, the Sun will be conjunct Chiron. Mercury will still be conjunct both of them, but the Sun and the Moon and Chiron are literally going to be smack dab conjunct at like midnight here. So technically tomorrow night, tomorrow's Thursday. So technically it's midnight here on the 1st of April when the new moon happens, which means it technically is like 10, it's 12:24 a.m. here on the 1st. And so that means it's like 10:24 p.m. on the West Coast. So it's between the 31st and the 1st when it's at its height, the new moon. So with that major conjunction going on, our emotions need to take a back seat. How we feel about things needs to take a back seat to what we want the reality, to our ego, basically, to we truly are, our sun, so that we can shine light on where we've always felt we've fallen short and how we've looked at our lives and seen that we're not going to be able to progress. Yeah. That's very important. That's very important because it's time to take that and transmute it. It's time to take that and release that dark shadow, weighty energy and release it, transmute it, and reintegrate it in a higher vibrational way. It's time for us to go through the healing process again. Right? So if I want to say anything to you today, it would be don't be passive aggressive. Don't beat up on yourself either. Don't take things out on other people and don't beat yourself up. I know I said that before. I'm going to say it again. Instead, I want you to focus on all things good because today we've got this beautiful conjunction of the sun, of the moon, Jupiter, and Neptune all together. And so it's going to be passing past it, right, as the moon then enters into Aries later on tonight, early in the morning. Well, actually later on today. And this is focusing on our future. We've been talking a lot about this over the last couple of weeks, right? Focusing on the future, determining your future, building your future. I do not want us to get stuck in the past. I do not want us to get stuck in the present. While we must be to some degree aware of what's happening like globally, the focus needs to be more locally, aka inward, so that you can be a service to the collective. But we must first identify what are those amazing gifts, abilities, dreams, and aspirations that we hold so dear within ourselves that we've not before really allowed to come to the forefront. And when I say focus on it, when I've been pushing this and saying this over and over again, I mean focus on it to the point that you're ready to put it into action. I mean focus on it to the point that you're ready to take action. I mean focus on to the point that there is no other choice you have. You don't see any other way to live your life except for upwards, except for going for it, except for that's what I know that I want and I know that I deserve, and that is of my highest good. That's the focus. That is what I am creating. That is what already exists in the future. I now have to attract it in and materialize it into the present. Your future is already written. In fact, you have multiple opportunities. I'm so sorry. I keep picking at my face. There's like, I was petting the cat, and then now there's cat hair like everywhere. And I'm like, okay, sorry. So the future's already written. You have multiple, is choose your own adventure. Okay. I want you to choose your own adventure. And the adventure I want you to choose as this beautiful conjunction, this beautiful stellium is sextiling Uranus. And for those of you who are just kind of new to this thing, sextiles are good aspects or good relationships between planets. And they're like your cousins. They're like your favorite cousin. Okay. You hang out with they cool. They're kind of like your brother or sister, only they're not, right? They're your cousin. So your cousin is going to agree with you on a lot of things, but your cousin's also going to pull your coattail and tell you about your ish. And your cousin's going to also encourage you to do something new and exciting and wonderful. At least, mind you, right? So that group, the moon, Jupiter, and Neptune in Pisces, sextiling Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is giving you that push to say, abso-freaking-lutely, let's take it over. Let's do the darn thing. We're not going to take no for an answer. We're going for it. That's it. Revolutionize your life, and you can possess it. Because Taurus is the sign of I have. Today, coming into tomorrow and into the new moon, then is one of the most powerful, energetic times for possessing your dreams, for materializing your dreams, for you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, even if you don't have it today, March 30th of 2022, you know that you can take the necessary steps to achieve it. Now, the other stellium and conjunction we have here is we do have Venus, Mars, and Saturn all in Aquarius. We've talked about this a lot, right? This is what we find beautiful in ourselves and others, being able to make a career out of service to others, being able to see ourselves changing others' lives, helping to them be empowered and all that wonderful stuff. Saturn with the new technology, new foundations, new spiritual, like great, awesome secrets and ways of flowing in spirit and not being so stuck in religion. And then Mars just giving us this, like, absolutely cheering us on, right? That's squaring Uranus. So it's kind of, that's not a bad thing. A square is kind of like a rub. A square is a catalyst. A square is we got to take action. We can't just sit on our butt. So this combination right here, if I ever saw a combination for someone wanting to be an entrepreneur, this is definitely it. If I ever saw a combination of somebody wanting to step into their purpose, this is definitely it. And beginning to make those plans. Like even today, I met with a business partner and we were just kind of rehashing, the programs and the things that I offer people, the training and the helping you become an entrepreneur offer that I have, at both of them actually. And I really just, I mean, he forced me to look and see the tremendous value that I'm offering and the tremendous impact. Not that I didn't know the impact, but even I sometimes, guys, have to really take another look at things and say, oh my gosh, this is what my team and I are doing. We're doing amazing work. And we might need to recalibrate, right? What the exchange is for that, right? And then how do we present this to the world? So this was an eye-opening day for me. And I'm super uber focused on making sure that we still maintain the value, we still maintain the reach, we still maintain the impact. But how do I got to scale it now? I got to grow it, right? I got to grow it. So, yeah, it just absolutely just flabbergasted. So today I'm super focused and hyper focused on the direction, the dreams, the aspirations, the inspirations, the motivations, and taking all of that energy and bringing it in so that I can bring it in and ground it. That's where I feel I'm so super focused on that right now. It's crazy. It was almost like, do I even go on? Like, but because I'm so like, wow. Focus on your dreams, focus on the positive, do not focus on the negative. please try to turn the TV off today. Please try not to click on all of the everything that's going on. Not that it's inconsequential or unimportant, but let's be real, guys. There's only so much that we can do and only so much impact we can have. The greatest impact we can have globally is to impact our personal world and raise our personal frequency, be the best us that we can be, right? That's how we can best help. Awesome. Hey, Malika, I see somebody people came in. Hey, Malika, how are you? Hi, I love love. Hello, Melinda J. Listen, Melinda and Malika both have channels. Please go and support them. Please go and support them. What did I love say? This is what's happening for me last night. Yeah. I tend to process it all ahead of schedule too. So I get that. I think you have to in order to affect, like, if you like are working with other people, you really do have to be able to be in tune with these energies and feel their effects early. All right, let's pull our card, shall we, for the day? Oh my God, today. Thanks, Teresia. All right. Today we're pulling from the Energy Oracle deck. I was pulling from it last night, so it's here. It's asking to be used, be of service today. Can I get one, please? Thanks. Woohoo. Storm warning. I want you guys to notice something. In this card, the storm is like at a very long distance, right? We don't know if that storm is coming towards the house or where we are. We don't know for sure if it's going away. We don't know for sure if it's moving side to side and we're just going to get to watch it move. A lot of times, gang, we see a storm brewing or what we think is going to be a storm if we step out. And instead, and then we assume that storm is going to hit us, right? Hit us broadside, and we're going to have a problem. Instead of making that assumption today, beloveds, let us instead see the storm for what it is. Feel that energy of what that storm may or may not want to clear out, or what we're being asked to clear out of ourselves. But don't take our eyes off the prize. There's been a number of times where I've thought, oh my God, storm, 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 we're going to have a big problem, right? And then I react in a way that is not of my highest good. I react out of fear and concern that I'm not going to yet again achieve what I was meant to achieve. But if you can just take a breath and know that every time that you are about to go to a new level, there's going to be disruption in your life. Every time something gets moved around. Why? Because you can't keep going higher, deeper, having a greater impact and still be the same person. You just can't. You have to change in order for you to fulfill. You have to change as you grow, right? Babies don't stay babies forever. They grow, they change, they develop a personality and a vocabulary, and There's all these things, right, that they do. And intellect, cognitive abilities, social abilities, traits. So why do we think that as we're growing spiritually that we're going to just stay the same? You're not. As a child, you didn't maintain the same. I mean, some people I guess did, but you didn't maintain the same like 5 to 10 friends your entire life. You might have had one good childhood friend, right? Some of us, if you're lucky. But for the most part, your friend group didn't just stay the same. As you grew older, as you matured, as you discovered things about yourself, as you began to focus on you, that didn't stay the same. So why do we think that as we're growing now as adults, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, that it's going to stay the same? Because it's not. So just because you see the storm heading out there doesn't mean that it's going to hit you. Sometimes it's just a signal to say, hey, you might want to change this up so that you don't attract it in and don't get in its path. Okay? All right. All right, gang. That's the long and the short of it today. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to check out the times and such and so on and so forth. We're going to come back a little bit later today and we're going to have some more discussions, okay? I really do. I want to talk about the astrology of it all. But there's also some just general creator stuff I want to chat with you guys about and stuff like that too. So we'll figure out what we're going to do today, okay? But you will see me a little bit later. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you. Now don't forget, go check out your sign and stuff for the tarot readings for the new moon. We're gonna put the timestamps up there, okay? All right, guys, we'll see you soon.